I'm telling you, you give me a ride, Mike, and I am in the thing. This is Kathleen, yes, Blazers do fly McNamara, and that is how she calls herself. Let's see how Kathleen can do here.
Kathleen is as close to a pro as you get. She has raced several times. She knows how the truck works. She knows what it takes to win these things. Kathleen looks like she's delivering the Daily Express right there. She's just really getting around the court well. Saw her the Rock Award winner from USA Motorsports a couple of years ago at 95.
Oh, she missed the turn, Mike. She's done. She missed the whole section. So she missed the final turn, and I think that's going to hurt her bad. We also had a disqualification for Ron Kettle in his Jeep earlier on, who did not come to a complete stop after crossing the finish line, so he has been disqualified as well, unfortunately, after a great run. Well, here's a guy we've been waiting for, truck number 13.
Now, did he say he waxed his truck?
Yeah, he waxed it. Not sure what there is left to wax if you look at the bodywork, but he did wax it.
You know what his son asked him? Will you turn it over for me, Dad?
Rory Fisher, truck number 13.
Oh, Rory has got a great run headed. Come on, Rory. Tear that Toyota out.
1984 SR5 with a stock four-cylinder.
Look at this.
Man, he's cooking.
Oh, he is. And I tell you what, he can get around the turn, hammer hard on the straightaway. He's got this thing a big-time lead on it.
How about that? 28.68.
That's where he wanted to be.
Unbelievable. So Fisher does it once again.
If the steering wheel will hold up, there is a good jump. Hard on. I don't really see how it stands out, but watch him make this turn. And then he just hammers this four-cylinder for everything he's worth. Big, long jump at the end. What a job.
Rory Fisher with the arms and the elbows flying and the little Toyota hooking up is the #1 truck right now.
Men.
We are back to our Monster Truck Challenge with USA Motorsports live from Peoria. It's a good look at the backside of Bigfoot. Point standings, or the position standings right now, I should say, for the Pro Arena trucks. You can see Rory Fisher has put himself on top. We've got about 6 trucks left to go here in round #1. Let's check in with Rory down there with Fred.
Well, I told you guys earlier, this guy's got the fire in the belly. Roy, that fire puts you in first place with a 28. Yeah, that Toyota, I got to push it hard because old Joe Brozovic, he's always right there trying to beat me, or beat me, I should say. So I had to push it pretty hard. What was the key factor tonight? What made you go on top? I guess it was that last jump. I went for it where everybody else is slowing down, so that had to be it. The track's good and sticky, too. I think that helped a lot. Great. Back to you, Ralph. Roy's the #1.
Yes, he is, Fred. Thank you. And we're set to go with the next truck. This is John Youngblood out of Corder, Missouri. 34-year-old with a truck known as Bits and Pieces, 1981 Chevy pickup.
Got to be a little bit discouraging for this truck because he had a new truck last year, had a black truck last year, and that truck performed extremely well. Always tough. This truck has been plagued with some mechanical problems and all through the race. We've seen him last weekend and just hasn't lived up to the expectations on it. Maybe tonight he can get in the program. But boy, the clock is telling another story.
Interesting way of displaying your sponsor's name on the back of the truck here.
Just some extra tuba boards and a little plexiglass.
Oh, he took out the pole big time. I mean, he split it in half. 34.8. Rush hits the pole. They absolutely took it apart.
When they see the finish line, their eyes get big and their foot gets heavy.
John Youngblood still working on this Chevy. Here's a look at the pole going away.
Ooh, that'll do it. Every time.
Well, this is one of my favorite trucks here, the 93. Now, this one should be called Bits and Pieces because it literally is bits and pieces of every piece of Ford that was built in the 70s. This is Ron George out of Osceola, Iowa.
Now we know he's got a heater because the motor sits right beside him.
Literally.
Yeah. He may be spraying for a few mosquitoes this time of year, too. He shows no mercy on this Ford truck. I'm telling you, if it'll stand it, he will drive it to the limit. Some of them have independent suspension in the front. This has got independent suspension on the back.
Oh, boy. The Osceola, Iowa driver giving it a run to the finish. And a 31.6, not bad.
Not bad at all. He's in the Fast 15.
Well, he made Fast 15 last week, too, didn't he?
And yes, and the truck's still moving.
That's
What
right.
more can you ask for?
More parts, I think, after the way he drives it.
All right, let's take a shot at him down the finish line, headed into the living room. That was a rough landing. There's another rough landing. Ralph, I believe he's added some shoulder harness to keep him from bouncing up and down this weekend to possibly keep everything in line.
Pretty good idea for the truck known as the Evil Twin. We're coming back to Peoria.
Trapped by fire.
Peoria, Illinois is the site of round number 2 of the USA Motorsports Monster Truck Challenge, and we are in the middle of our Pro Arena truck competition. This is a truck appropriately named Zebra. Shane Ballard from Springfield, Missouri. 1974 Ford Bronco with a fuel-injected 302.
This truck is set up right. Won the RCA Dome a few years ago in the same specific type course you see. Everything on this truck looks right. The truck handles well. We've seen this truck run before. He is awesome. I think the fuel-injected Ford motor really helps him on this track. Now, all he's got to do is go out and run quicker than anyone else. He's in the 28 lows. 28.
Well, he's got the first portion of the course nailed down pretty good. No, and he might have problems with the tires. Yep, right front is toast. But he's driving on.
Well, he's probably got enough time if he can just limp it across the finish line. He may qualify, and he's not going to even attempt. He takes it outside. Bead locks are going to become a necessity. Either bead locks or a lot of the guys are talking about putting tubes in the tires, but I think bead locks are really going to be a necessity for these trucks.
I think you might be right. It's a good indication of it right there as you get a look from our camera down there in the pits. Rory Fisher telling him that right front ain't going anywhere. So this is the one that Rory Fisher is going to be paying a lot of attention to. Joe Brozovich.
Roy will be standing and watching very close. This is one of the finest young men you'll ever want to meet anywhere. He is so America that it's unbelievable. Last weekend, the truck missed it. He found out that he put a new hood on it, and it had a brace that wore a hole in the distributor cap, and there's where the miss came from. He told me I took the torch and straightened that out. Hurry. He's blistering this track, Ralph. I mean, just spanking it.
He's going to be driving aggressive. He knows what he's got to shoot for. 28.68. Boy, he flew it there.
Got some magic air and a hard turn to quit on it. Just bubbled a little bit, but look.
We got a new leader atop the board, 27.98.
And the truck bobbled at the finish line. He didn't have power there for just a matter of moments.
Boy.
And he still takes the lead by close to a second. Now, this is the big fly. Over there, right in this area is where you're going to see the truck quit. Right on the turn, it laid completely down. Hard left-hand turn, lined up for the finish line.
So Joe Brozovich comes out and puts it to Rory Fisher. Things heating up with the Pro Arena trucks in Peoria, Illinois. Well, we've run all but